Hello, today I'm in Bangkok. I've come to visit my son and his girlfriend who moved here about 18 months ago. It's my second visit to Thailand, and I came the first time about a year ago where I spent a month here. Before coming I knew very little about Thailand or about Bangkok, and I've been amazed at what I found in Bangkok. I know, as people are going to want to point out, that Thailand is a much poorer country than the UK, similar sort of population, about 70 million I think, and the GDP per capita is about 1/7 of what it is in the UK. And of course prices are very much lower. But nonetheless, the quality of life, if you have a reasonable income here, is pretty good. I'm simply amazed by the facilities, and I will, if anyone's interested, I'll make a bit of a video showing you just how nice Bangkok is. Obviously, it's not typical of Thailand any more than filming Westminster and Kensington and Chelsea would be typical of the UK right now. The UK, incidentally, is now, apparently, according to a survey by an outfit called Mercer, is now out of 226 cities, it's the 8th most expensive in the world. And in terms of income, it's 22nd. So it is becoming a very, very expensive city to live in. And I think of the countries ahead of, the cities ahead of UK, 5 of them I think are in Switzerland. I think there is New York. I can't remember what the other one is, but clearly we're one of the most expensive cities in the world. And for anyone, a young person or young people wanting to buy a property, I mean, it's not going to happen. And on top of that, their taxes are very high and are going up and going to have to go up. Wages are stagnant, and the cost of living generally is very high. And in addition, what do you get? You've got the NHS, which is in chaos with 7 million people waiting. We know all these things. We've got a crime wave going on at the moment. We've got children taking knives to school for self-protection, and we have these tragedies we keep hearing about children being stabbed to death. And what was it, 70,000 phone thefts last year? I mean, it's really a bit of a mess. And it's not the least bit surprising that so many young people want to leave the country. And as I say, I think Yougov did a survey in which 30% of people aged between 18 and 24 said they were actually thinking of leaving the UK. And of course the people who leave are going to be the people who've got the qualifications, because it's easiest to get jobs in other countries if you are qualified. So it's doctors and nurses and dentists and other qualified people who are going to leave first. And in addition to that, we've had this huge outflow of millionaires. A lot of people won't shed any tears about that, but a lot of millionaires have left, something like 10,000 last year. And you just wonder where the country's going. And I think we all understand this, and people sense how bad things are and how impossible it's going to be to turn things around quickly. And all we hear the government saying is they're going for growth, going for growth, and reacting as they do. Reacting to the immigration figures by clamping down even more. So we've still got a shortage of workers in so many sectors, particularly unskilled workers. And I've noticed lately, it's only a small thing, I've noticed that public laboratories are not really very clean, not clean how they used to be. I went to one in a into a shopping centre near me recently, and it was absolutely disgusting. And you think, well, why is it? Well, and the answer is obviously they can't get staff. And what staff are they going to prioritise? They're going to prioritise people taking the money and cashiers and so on. They're not going to prioritise cleaners. And so it's just a general dip downwards. It's very, very difficult to be optimistic about the situation at the moment in the UK. And it seems to me inevitable this so-called brain drain is going to go on and probably going to accelerate. And any idea of attracting all these qualified people from all over the world to come to the UK, I mean, why would you? Why would anyone want to come and live in the UK right now? It's very sad to say this, because there are so many wonderful things about the UK, and I think people reckon the people are very nice in the UK, and the wonderful countryside and wonderful culture and wonderful sense of humour and so on. There's so many great things, but we've got an economy, because of the way it's been run over the last 14 years and because of the Labour Party being absolutely insistent we're not going to go back into the EU or even accept rejoining the single market, the customs union, or agreeing to freedom of movement, we've no way of turning it around. I think if Starmer were to get up one day and say, look, we're going to see if we can't talk to the EU about going back into at least the customs union single market, even if it meant agreeing to freedom of movement, immediately his popularity ratings would soar because the majority regret leaving the EU. But he's adamant, and he's been so adamant all along that he's not going to do that. So we just have to go on sliding down this slippery slope to further misery, and it's very, very sad. But anyway, right now it's warm and sunny in Bangkok, and so I'm going to finish there. But if you watch this far, thank you. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you do so. And so until next time, thanks again, and bye for now.